down.
Nigga, this ain't TV. Bitch, we get paid for this. Here, there, nigga. Action, my bitch.
And with that intro, welcome back to another episode of the Greenbox Convos. It's your boy Just Lando with my main man, my co-host.
Just Marlon. I'm just in space right now. This is the thing to do. These rich niggas trying to get here. I just want to be up here, be among the stars. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
I definitely dig it. However, I'm gonna mention this. It's a little hard to see. The ring, like a little ring to it.
Oh yeah,
background.
I know.
Unless you just want to be mysterious this week.
I'm mysterious. I'm blending in. Fuck it.
Anywho, it's the show where we bring you this week's topic, try to keep you guys up to date as much as we can, do a little this or that or this, give you a top five, then we wrap. And with that, Mr. Marlon, how was your week?
My week was long, man. I ain't gonna lie, it was long. But yesterday it was lovely just being able to get to my weekend, and I'm enjoying it. Shit, I hope it lasts a little longer. Might even call in after, Nigga, 3 days. See what that be like. How about
Just
you,
like
man?
black folk. Just like black folk. Getting too much this relax. Oh, hold on, I ain't ready for it to end.
Hey.
We were saying this on the Wednesday for our work week. Like, hey, why is it not Friday? Like, usually it'd be like, kind of pacing itself through. Be like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But on Wednesday, it was like, we still got 2 more days of this. God damn. So it was definitely a long week. Like, it felt like it was just pulling you back. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But we made it through it, and we're here for another one, man. And with
Yeah,
that, let's hit them with these headlines.
Let's do it. Your boy Kanye West, he's prepping an album, Donda, named after his mom. He had a listening party at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, sold out arena. But he was supposed to drop this last Friday, but now he's pushing it back to first or second week of August. You looking forward to the new Kanye? Are you still a fan like that, or what's going on with that?
As a person who very much appreciates music, and I can definitely appreciate what Kanye did for music, I'm looking forward to it in that regard. But as far as Kanye, the person, until I see significant strides that this man is back to, getting some mental health progress, then obviously, I don't even care what nobody say. Obviously, he's going through some things, upstairs. So when I see that he's making significant strides towards healing that factor, then I can fuck with Kanye like that. But I just don't think he's taking care of himself well enough yet. I could be wrong. In fact, I hope I'm wrong. But until I see it, then I believe. But as far as the album goes, yeah, I'll check it out whenever it drops. Hope it don't become a detox type deal.
Yeah, and apparently he's reunited with Jay-Z on one of the tracks, so I guess they've mended the fence there. For me, I'm not necessarily a fan of the man anymore. I'm just more concerned about him as a person. Like, are you good, bro? Like,
right.
Like, I mean, essentially, I'm sure he's got a lot of enablers around him because the more money he makes, the better off they are. But it's just like, man, I just hope people are in his corner just making sure he's good.
Right.
I'm sure
I mean,
a lot
he's
of.
got. Oh, my fault. I thought you was done.
No, go ahead.
My bad.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's got like 4 kids to worry about. You know what I mean? So it's very vital and important that he's good enough to, be in their life still.
Music don't make him enough money. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like they're well taken care of.
No. I mean, as far as having like
Kim
a
and the
father
kids were
figure.
there. Okay, yeah. Kim and the kids were there. So I mean, even though they're divorced, like,
right. I don't know. Financially, that man will be fine for lifetimes to come. You know what I mean? So that's fine. I'm talking about as far as like him being there for his kids here. because
Yeah,
that's where a
yeah.
lot of shit decides to go wrong. You know what I mean? When people just always yes manning him to death and everything he does is right, nobody there to check him. You know what I mean? It's easy just to, push reality that way.
I don't really check for his music like that anymore, but like I did listen to the gospel album. I just wanted to see what people were talking about. And it was just like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, like I think he's at the point in his career where he does take risk and like as a good artist does, but like they just don't hit like as a whole, like a project as a whole. So he'll have some dope tracks on there, but then like the rest of it is just mid. So it's like, all right. So like you expecting like a classic album, like I think them days are gone. Like now he's
Yeah,
just tapping into creativity and just, letting out creative energy.
correct. And it's what generally what happens when the artist is no longer hungry.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't starving for nothing. He knows he's fine. No matter what happens financially, he's fine. So he can just work on whatever's inside of him and the moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care about what's popping in the street. It doesn't matter. He's outside of it. He doesn't care about, who this is going to impress or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all about Ye. Now hopefully we can just see what Ye wants to been telling us about Ye this whole time. Why is Ye dope? Why is Ye dope? You know what I mean? So hopefully that comes out right now.
Because like essentially when I look at his career, like Graduation's probably the last album he had pressure on as far as I have to become a superstar. Because I mean, he was popular, he was a celebrity, he was a star, but like he wanted to go to that Michael Jackson level. And then Dark Twisted Fantasy was more like a comeback album because people figure like, oh, he fell off or he didn't do something right. And that was
Right.
the last time. Those two albums were the last time he's really had to really prove himself. These other ones, they just like he's just releasing whatever. He can release a blank disc and people are just like, ah. So
Didn't he release some type of song where it was just
poopity
gibberish
scoop.
over it the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that already. So he's just going for whatever he knows now. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he's all right, cool. If not, I just
If
hope
the
he's
hell,
doing it. I just hope it ain't a Britney situation.
please don't let it be that. I hate to see it happen to him.
Yeah. But yeah, good luck to that brother.
Yeah, man.
Had a couple of incidences. Wisconsin police video went viral. It appeared that a cop was planting evidence in a back seat, but upon further review of the cams, it was confirmed that the bag did come from one of the kids' pockets that he put out the car, and he did throw it back in the car, but it just still looks suspicious. It's like I know people are probably like mad because I guess all of us kind of jumped to that conclusion, but like you look at it, the police haven't really given us a reason not to go there. So it's like, what are you talking about?
Let me put it like this. In every arrest situation, and they take something out of the suspect's pockets,
yeah,
10 out of 10 times it goes on the hood of one of the cars. Never
yep,
have I ever seen it get tossed back into the car.
yeah,
That's what's so suspicious about this. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck are you thinking? I don't care what it is. It could have been bubblegum wrapper. It's on the hood of that damn car, and it'll be tested for residue. Never have I ever seen somebody just toss something so casually into the backseat of the car. So that's why he's coming under fire mostly. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, because you didn't follow protocol to begin with. So like that's why it's coming into question. Like, oh, did you just plant some shit in our car? Because we don't know if them kids knew that dude had that in his pocket. Like,
Right.
all they see is a cop throwing something in the back seat.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why they get the bad rep. They just keep stepping out of fucking character. Like, everybody knows through movies and television and cops and shit like that, most police protocol, like the steps they need to take. And that was completely out of line. Like, as are out of character as a police person. Everybody knows they never do that. It don't matter what it is. It's on the
And
hood
you're,
of the car. I know that.
and you're doing it without gloves. Like it's like if you're gonna search somebody, you have the damn gloves on. Because what if you did find something on them? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he can still say like, "Oh, you planted that on me." Like you're supposed to have gloves and handle like stuff right. That's one of the reasons why the OJ case kind of went left because they weren't doing shit by the book and handling the evidence, and it was called into question. Like, oh, the evidence is
Exactly.
tampered with, or the evidence has been compromised. You know?
Mm-hmm. And then Mark Furman, you know.
I call them niggas sometimes. uh,
I wasn't gonna say it, but you know. Yeah, but yeah. Go
I
ahead.
mean,
Shout out OJ.
I mean, like you'll see, the pro community, like they're like, "See, told you so," and it's like, bro, there's no reason why they have body cams because obviously
Yeah.
motherfuckers couldn't be trusted. There's
Right.
there's reasons why motherfuckers are skeptical every time they do some shit because you're kind of just causes distrust between regular citizens and then law enforcement. And it
It's
is what it
one of these days, I feel like they're gonna understand that most people in the African American community see you as just another blood or crip, but you're getting paid to gangbang. You're gangbanging the law at this point. And there's not a lot of trust between gangbangers. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can say there is, but we know it ain't. So once they understand that, hey, they don't see me as someone to provide safety, they just see me as someone who gets paid to protect a law. There's no such thing as the police right now. I just see them as law enforcement. There's, I mean, that's what they are, right? But they
is.
don't police shit. They don't make sure the shit doesn't happen. They just wait till it happens and then, you know what I mean, go fuck shit up.
And,
They
and
don't
I'm
police
not,
nothing.
I'm not shitting on cops. I mean, I have friends that are cops, but it's like I think we've all been fucked around with by fucked up cop. That like people are just kind of skeptical now. It's like I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right?
It
I
causes it. I
mean,
mean, it is what it is. That's just the condition
they
of it.
bring it upon themselves. But
Yeah.
to be somewhat fair, somewhat, not really, I don't really care, but
Mm-hmm.
us as the community got to stop giving them reasons to be over there. Straight up. We got to stop
Yeah.
giving them reasons to be over there.
I
If there's
mean,
no money for them to make, they won't come.
in this particular case, I believe they stopped because the kid was speeding. But the
Mm-hmm.
reason that made them search was because the kid in the front seat wouldn't identify himself. Like, does it matter? He's not driving the car. But okay, bro. Like, he chose not
You
to
know, though.
identify himself, so they decided, oh, we're gonna search the car. Like, come on, man.
You know them. Oh, you ain't doing what I say, boy? Everybody, get out. We gonna search the car. Come on. Just go by the rules. If the driver is speeding, then the driver needs to have all the attention. All the people in that,
Yeah,
all everybody else, leave them alone. Just leave them
like
alone. They are safely getting a ride, you would assume.
I could see if it was my car and the homie was driving it, he was driving the
Right.
car that I own. I could see that. Then it's like, all right, yeah. But it's like, come on, man. You really
Right.
you need to know
Yeah.
everybody's identity, huh?
Yeah, because now they want to, they got probable cause before I saw a bunch of young men in a car speeding. One of them has to have a warrant. I just want to make sure. No, just leave them alone. Get the person's information and go on about your day. Now you're a public fiasco because you want to be an asshole.
Yeah.
That's how I see
And then
it.
there's a slight Karen incident in Sacramento where black lady she rode up on her bike and met one of her customers at a public park, and she dropped her off some hair and some hair products, and an elderly white lady walked up to her and said, "Are you dealing drugs? Because this looks like a drug deal." And somebody could take this take it the wrong way because it just looks suspicious. And it's like, lady, I
Mhm.
lived here for 7 years. What are you talking about? I always do this. Calm down. And she said, well, you shouldn't. and it's like I don't want to make it exclusively about white people, but because I love the white fam, but at the same time, I feel like some of them just feel the need to police everybody. And it's like, mind your fucking business, lady. Like this ain't you. Like, if I was doing something wrong, call the police or somebody, but it ain't up to you to be dictating who could do what on what street. Like, you don't own this shit.
This is true. There is a viral Snapchat and TikTok trying to trend where it says you're never all alone. A group of black people are never alone because there's always a white person up in their business. And what they do is they out having a good time or taking pictures or whatever. But in the background, here's the white person just focused on them, just sitting there staring and want to be all up in it. And you know what I mean? They there, y'all. Y'all gotta understand they ain't gonna leave you alone. They not. So my advice, and feel free to say no to this. Stop reaching for your phone and smack that motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's just me.
It's about time motherfuckers just start getting approached that way because it's like, bro, like, what's your problem? Get out of my fucking business. I ain't got to explain shit to you.
At all. And maybe then they'll just keep pushing. You know what I mean? I don't know why they get to this old age and want to fight back when shit was running rampant when they could have fought back. They didn't do a goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now they kids is out here strung up on opiums and shit. And now they want to come on, dog. I waited way too damn long.
It's like, yeah, at this point, I wish your motherfucker would. Like, it's like, hey, keep it moving, motherfucker. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Yeah, I ain't got time for this shit.
And y'all go, I mean, don't listen to me. I'm ignorant. Shit. My advice is just it's something to be settled quickly. No cameras involved. But if y'all want to get y'all little 15 minutes of fame and expose Karen, go ahead, expose them. I care about shutting them down.
We'll take a picture of the motherfucker leaking on the ground. How about that?
There you go. And put the little BET. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Let me start from the beginning. Yeah, that's shit.
That whole policing thing. No, that's the American way. The American way, because like, even if you look at how we handle like military shit, like we just be getting other people's business. It's just like, absolutely, bro, like that ain't got nothing to do with us. Like, leave motherfuckers alone. That's how they do their thing out there. This is how we do ours. You claim spreading democracy. I was like, nah, you just fucking with people's cultures and shit. Like, it might be against what we believe, but hey, as long as they ain't killing people, like, hey, do what you gotta do over there, bro. Like, it is what it is. And that's kind of why the Middle East is fucked up right now, because we started poking around and shit, and now we're just stuck in it. And it's like, bro, like, now we're in it, we gotta fucking deal with it. And it's that same shit. Like, motherfuckers here think they can, they think they can just come in and instigate and fucking call themselves police, and people. It's like, bro, mind your fucking business. Keep it moving.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a little deeper than that. We understand people.
Yeah.
But as the general scope of it, we just instigated some shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was about to be a fight, and instead of us saying, hey, guys, don't fight. Come on, man. We went, hey, they said that shit about your mama over there, though. And you know what I mean? They weren't having it. And then we just took their side and tried to jump somebody, but it didn't work out. Now we all stuck.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, Sean Penn, star of show Gaslit, said he's not returning to the show until everybody on the cast is vaccinated. Do you agree with that approach? I mean, I know, it should be kind of everybody's choice. I would hope everybody would potentially get vaxxed, but I mean, for the star of a show to say, hey, I'm not coming back, essentially you're saying y'all motherfuckers won't have jobs unless you get vaccinated. And like, officially, like, I think it's an HBO show, they can't officially come out and say that. But like, by him doing that, I mean, they can just cancel the show because it's like, hey, the star won't come back. It
That's
is
true.
what it is.
So
What are
I
your
have
thoughts on
mixed
that?
emotions about it.
Yeah.
Mostly because, I got vaccinated. I don't feel any effects, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Secondly, fuck Sean Penn. You got El Chapo busted, nigga. You know what I mean? With your bitch ass Rolling Stone magazine interview. Fuck you, homie. I don't give a damn if you come back. You know what I mean? You got the greatest drug proliferator ever locked up with that bitch ass interview. You and that other lady, and I think they dealt with her already, but that's good. But you know what I mean? Fuck you, Sean Penn. You shouldn't have a job anyway. You should be in hiding from El
I mean,
Chapo's
bitch, you
people.
should have known since college. He was a cop. Come on, man.
Hey, big facts, big
Mr.
facts.
Rivers wasn't he a cop too? Like he been a cop. Calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
You
it is
can't do
what
an
it is.
interview with Sean Penn. Chapo, I would have told you that. You know, hey, free El Chapo, man.
But shut up. But I mean, what if your work like relied on one person like actually coming to work, and that person said, "Hey, I'm not coming in until the rest of y'all get vaccinated." And let's just say you weren't vaccinated at the time. How would that make you feel? Like it's just like
I'd prep
damn,
up, be like, well, look, if I was against it like that, I'd be like, well, I'm just gonna go find other work and or prepare to find other work or see how
yeah,
that plays out. You know what I mean, always take care of yourself. Have a backup plan B. But you know what I mean? He's an adult and he's allowed to protect himself. You
yeah,
know what I mean? That's kind of a form of protecting himself. You know what I mean? Like, hey, look, if I'm vaccinated and you know what I mean, I still feel at risk by other people who aren't vaccinated, that's I don't feel safe. That's causes the workplace hazard, if you will. I don't feel safe in my own workplace. So, he has his what I mean, his rights.
it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out.
Question. Is the
Yeah,
show even any good?
I haven't watched it, so
No.
I
Probably
don't really fuck with Sean Penn like that. But
let me
um,
know that when El Chapo get out and start, you know what I mean, doling out the dollars, I was on his side.
man, I say nothing wrong about El Chapo.
I'm on his side, man.
He get out of
Free
prison
my
too.
uncle. I'm going to get my T.O. up out of there.
But then on the same token, the Vikings let one of their assistant coaches go because he refused to get the vaccination.
Okay. Another reason why I have mixed emotions. It's his right to not get vaccinated. Now, should he have lost his job? If your employer is requiring you to do so out of safety concerns for you and other people, and you're like the one person who's just holding up progress from everybody else, yeah, you're more than likely going to get let go validly. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a valid situation for him to get let go. There's way too much at stake for the Vikings. This is one of their better seasons, if you will, upcoming that they could, actually make some noise, playoffs and what have you. And for one person to be the risk, that's kind of selfish.
And
You know what I mean?
there's more penalties this season for teams with unvaccinated players, and if a COVID outbreak happens mid-season because of that. And it's one of those things like motherfuckers are probably they're mad at that. But then when it was like, oh, like fucking with motherfuckers because of their hairstyles, their natural hairstyles and shit, it's just like, oh, well, you should just follow the rules then. Like, no.
Right?
Like, oh, but now that the motherfucker didn't get vaccinated, it's like they can't do that. Like, you should have followed the rules, motherfucker. Like,
Should have followed the rules. You can't have it both ways,
yeah,
Mr. Coach. It's gonna be, you know what I mean? You gotta be
like,
fair. Yeah.
like you could choose not to get it, and I respect it. I mean, I don't agree
Mm-hmm.
with it, but I respect it. But like at the same time, you got to realize there's consequences too. Like you're giving up
Absolutely.
something. Like I don't think they're gonna let motherfuckers fly. That's unvaccinated. It's just like, bro, there's consequences to the shit. Like
Did they
don't make it
did
seem
they say
like
what type of coach he was?
he was just a lead assistant coach, pretty much like an
Okay.
associate head coach. Like he's not the head coach, but he's the guy on the
He's
side, his right hand.
he's down the line somewhere. Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
So for them to let him go now would bring up whoever's going to replace him so they can get up to speed. and he's vaccinated, he can get up to speed, and then there's not a beat missed, if you will, as
Yeah.
far as like when, because you never know, he might have to step up and do some real coaching. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
absolutely, man. I think it's a good. I think it's an okay. I won't say good, but I think it's an okay move that the Vikings made. There's
Yeah.
way too much at stake for one person to be, you know what I mean, the perpetrator of a down season.
Yeah. All right. Next up, rest in peace to Keisha Cole's mom, Frankie. She she was very popular from Keisha Cole's reality show, and she
Mm-hmm.
struggled with addiction for most of her life. She died due to a drug overdose on her birthday. I think it was like her 61st. It's a
Damn,
shame.
it's a
And
shame.
Keisha, she finally put out a statement and pretty much said she's gonna try to keep the family together and bring them closer because that's what her mom would want. Do you think we do enough as far as getting people rehab? Because it seems like they do the war on drugs and shit, but they criminalize motherfuckers, especially like during that crack era. Like they were just throwing us in jail. Like you know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
like you feel like the war on drugs has evolved to kind of try to help people get help.
Maybe in like one, two places in the U.S., and that's San Francisco and some part of Oregon.
Uh-huh.
They're more understanding and want to decriminalize portions of drug possession and drug addicts.
Uh-huh.
Um, of course, those are heavily uh, democratic areas. You know what I mean? So they kind of do that type of deal, and they're very progressive in their thinking.
Yeah,
But no, we do not do enough to help and rehabilitate and reform drug addicts. Mostly because the, we're still providing them the drugs. When I say we, I mean the government. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like we're using drugs to treat drug addicts.
yeah,
The fuck? You know what I mean? So no,
yeah.
not in any way, shape, or form do I believe that we're doing enough.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it, man. And I was reading the story about that kid from the Mighty Ducks, Goldberg, and
Oh
how he
yeah.
struggled with his addiction for years. Like he was getting on the jail and all that shit. And it's like this dude. I'm not saying he made like a lot of money off the movies as a kid, but like this dude at least had like a head start that a lot of addicts didn't have. And
True.
even he was like pretty much down there, like, as far as like in the depths of his addiction, like he lost weight, lost teeth, like he was going to jail and shit. Like it was like, why can't y'all just get this dude help? And it took like somebody, I think it was somebody famous that had a connection to
Mm-hmm.
a rehabilitation place to say, hey, we'll take care of this shit. All he has to do is show up, get him here, and he's going to be taken care of. And they're one of the top notch rehabilitation centers. And it took him going to rehab probably like twice, and then some several other programs till now he's still recovering, but like he's making big strides compared to like 3 years ago. So I mean, I can only imagine with the average person that doesn't have the means to pay for rehab or do certain things,
Mm-hmm.
them trying to navigate through like an addiction, and even if they wanted to get off it, like trying to kick it, cold turkey. It
You're
seems like
you're
we
one
just
hundred
don't do
percent right.
enough.
You're 100% right. The average person addicted to drugs and has hit damn near rock bottom probably will die of said addiction.
Yeah,
And it's because like the means that you need for recovery is one, you have to want to stop.
yeah,
One. And a lot of the times, yeah, they want to stop, but they don't know where to start to stop. You know what I mean? Because the drug they usually take, let's say as right now, is like it's heroin and fentanyl that processes in the body as heroin, right? So you feel sick. And in order to not feel sick, you need to get high.
yeah,
And
physically, yeah,
if you don't, yeah. So in order to even bypass that, you have to be in a facility where they can kind of cut you off of that shit slowly, where you don't feel sick, or if you feel sick, they can kind of help you out and get you off that shit slowly. That shit's expensive.
Yeah.
And if they can't make money off you, you probably won't get the help, i.e., addicted or hoarders, because that's another type of addiction, or my 600-pound life, all those shows.
Oh yeah.
If they can't make money off of you, you will not receive proper help unless you have the money in your own account.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if they can't make it off of you, they're not helping. So yeah, the people on addiction, and the people on hoarders, and the people on my 600-pound life, they get help for a little while too, because that's not even all the way. They get help for a little while, and there's a little bit of aftercare pay, and then it's up to you after that. But they make their money off of you, sayonara. But at least you get that much. Some people don't have that much. You know what I mean? They just got sleeping outside of the clinic until somebody notices them. And hopefully they notice them before it's too late. But most times it's too late, and that's unfortunate. We in America, we have to do a better job as, regulating prescription drug medicine, because that's exactly what these motherfuckers are, abusing.
A lot of money. Too much
Absolutely.
money in it.
But a lot of it is stolen anyways. The oxycodons, the fentanyl pills, heroin is not stolen, but it is out there. But those are the top two right there. From Ohio all the way to Modesto. It's a crisis out there. And then every time I think about it, this is gonna sound fucked up, but Dave said it first. Now I see how white people felt when the crack epidemic hit. We don't care either.
It's wild, man. Cause like you'll see motherfuckers like our age, even younger, like,
oh yeah,
strung out on that shit. It's like, bruh, like what the fuck are you doing?
I ain't gonna name drop nobody, but I seen somebody that we went to high school with, man. Whew.
I seen a couple of them.
I was like, damn, shawty, what happened to you? You used to have it all. Now you look like you need some. You know what I mean? Like, damn, it's tough out there in the streets.
Yeah, this shit, life will kick you in the ass if you let it.
That's true. That's very true.
I just hope people try to get that help and try to beat that, man, because I know it's one of the monkeys some can't shake. Like,
absolutely,
yeah. Prayers to Keisha Cole and her family, man.
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, Keisha. We got into another topic, but yeah.
No, I mean it's the same thing though. Like, yeah, addiction and all
that. Yeah. Prayers out to their family though, for
real. Yeah. Cleveland Indians are officially changing their name to the Cleveland Guardians starting next season. What do you think about their rebranding? Trying to get ahead of an insensitive name to a certain extent. I mean, people are kind of split. Even like Indians are Native Americans are kind of split on it. But what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a good PR move. Definitely, they definitely got ahead of any further insensitive questioning they might have assumed or whatnot. I personally didn't have a problem with the name. The Chief Wahoo was very much adored, but I don't know. I'm not native. I don't know how motherfuckers would feel. I personally didn't have an issue with it, but it's a good PR move. The Guardians is a dope name, so big ups to them, man. Very good, very good.
As a kid, man, like I love that Chief Wahoo logo, but then like as you grow up and you think like that's just like a minstrel, a minstrel show type of thing. Like you got this big tooth grinning Indian. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah,
if y'all good with it, I mean, I'll ride with it, but it don't feel right to me. But like, it's like, who am I to say that? Like, I can't speak for the Native American community because I mean, that's on them. But like, if you want me to, I'll for sure will be behind you. You want to change this shit because I think it's fucked up personally. I think they could have came up with a better name, but like I think they handled it gracefully compared to the Washington football team and how Dan
They
Snyder was so
transition.
adamant about it's not changing over my dead body, and then the sponsors like nobody, it's changing. But yeah, they got ahead of it. They said, you know what, times are changing. We need to change this. We need to update it. I
True.
personally, I thought they should have went with Cleveland Rocks or something like that. Something tying in the
Cleveland
Rock and Roll
Rocks.
Hall of Fame. Yeah, because the
Oh,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is there. So it's like, something a little, better. But I mean, hey, if they like it, I love it. Fuck it.
yeah, exactly. We're not here to yuck you yum. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I personally rock. I like the Guardians name. It's pretty cool. Very solid. You know what I mean? It's
Sound
not
like
like
some
it's
Starship Trooper shit. I don't know.
as it should be.
Guardians. Right?
You know what I mean? I'm the Guardian. You
I
know what
don't
I
know.
mean?
I don't know.
Guard
I was
home plate.
passing that. Shit.
It's all good, man. But hey, shout out Cleveland, man. Y'all did. Y'all got a win right there. Y'all got a win as far as
For once,
PR
Cleveland
goes.
did something right. Look at that.
There you
Shit.
go.
And lastly, Jeff Bezos made his little space travel. Even though these motherfuckers ain't really broke through the whole barrier, so like technically they didn't go into space, but
Wait, he didn't go
uh,
47 miles up?
like there's like a layer that they're supposed to break that would be considered like in outer space, but neither him or Branson broke it. So it's like y'all
So it was
motherfuckers,
just really, really high up.
yeah,
That's it.
pretty much, all that money just to do that.
Hilarious. Wow.
So
So
yeah,
space is 47 miles that way,
I
or
mean,
whichever way you decide to
47,000.
go. But in this,
How many is
huh?
it? 40,000. How many miles is that? Like you said,
47
47.
miles. No, 47 miles. My fault.
Just 40. No,
So
it can't be just 47 miles.
yeah, 47 miles that way. And then you in space.
That seems too small, man.
Seems like it, but it ain't, huh? It's just go that way for 47 miles, and hey, look at that! I can't breathe no more without. But if you think about it, airplanes, which you can barely see, are 30,000 feet up. 30,000 divided by whatever is only like what 5 miles up. So think about that.
Hey, hey, I believe you. Shit.
So
How
I'm
many
just
people
saying.
are like that? It's still a lot more. But yeah, I mean it's crazy. But after coming back down, he got on the mic and thanked all the Amazon employees and drivers and customers for making it possible. Which is kind of funny because Amazon isn't known for the best working conditions. Long hours. People ain't getting breaks. They pissing in bottles and shit, like
And the
because they can't
pay
get a
ain't
break.
shit.
Yeah, it's all crazy.
And here he
What do
come in a giant dildo. Thanks, guys.
yeah, what do you think
I
about
couldn't
his
have
tone
done this
deafness
without you.
though?
Yeah. I mean, but what do you expect from a billionaire? I think it's clearly established. Take two. I think it's clearly established in America that those of great wealth do not share the same physical view as those of modern means, if you will.
Yeah,
Like they just don't see the world as we do, and it has to be some type of condition.
yeah, it's like they lose a touch of reality. Because after a
Absolutely.
certain point, like there's only shit that you can do and a select few. You know
Right.
what I mean? So for you not being like close to motherfuckers like in that regard, like, yeah, you do some weird shit. Look at Kanye, like we were just talking, like Kanye, I mean, we loved him, but like
Mm-hmm.
he's at a level of stardom and fame that it's like he's out of touch with reality to an extent. Let's be real about it. He
You
doesn't
knew
know
that
who
when he
he
made them
is. Like,
damn slave shoes for $700. Fuck wrong with
yeah,
him?
it's like,
But
no matter how often, like I mean, he does good things. You know, he helps out community and shit. But it's like after you get to a certain point in fame and wealth, like it just ain't the same. Like you don't see Ground Zero with an accurate depiction. You know what I mean? Because then like people want to get around you and they act different. You know, they change up. You don't get a clear view of what the perception really is. So I mean, yeah, it's just crazy.
Emma.
It's crazy that he said that shit.
So hopefully he listens to the backlash, the criticisms, if you will, and take it as like the frustrations of his company's workers, employees. You know what I mean? Listen
That
to it, man.
motherfucker
Don't.
didn't hear shit.
I
He
bet
ain't
you he
heard.
won't ever either. He don't hear
Hey,
two shit. But
he
if you
don't
were
even
just
carry his own phone. It probably blew up on Twitter. He didn't ever see none of that shit.
that's crazy. That's crazy, man. I would hope that somebody would translate it to him in some way, shape, or form. And don't
He
be on
got
those Smith.
people.
Don't
He
be on
got
those
people to
Smithers
filter that
shit.
shit out. Nah, he got people to filter that shit out. Like, don't bring nothing to me unless it's good news. Unless it's got
Mr.
something to do with my
Burns got
money, yeah, just
Smithers.
bring me good news.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is what it is. But I guess, congrats for going almost to space. Good job.
Yeah. All right, you ready for some this or that?
Let's do it.
All right, all right. Would you rather have 100K to start a business with a higher chance of failure, or would you rather have 10K to start a business that is more likely to succeed?
Whew. This one's like a really good question that'll make you think heavy.
Yeah.
Because if it's more likely to succeed, obviously you'll get to 100K, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that 100K is a gamble on yourself and how well you can run this business. It has a chance to fail, but it's not a guarantee, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
do you gamble on yourself, or do you kind of take more of the surefire thing that's going to take a little bit more pacing, but you'll get there? I don't know. Um, you know, I could go to Wesley Snipes' way, always bet on black. you know, but or I could try to just put in more work and more exertion into a business that I know will get to where I'm trying to go eventually, or I can get there. It just depends. You answer first. Fuck that.
Um, I look at it like the tortoise and the hare. Yeah, that 100K, I get you to a certain level faster, but that 10K and with higher chances, that could be your key to generational wealth. Sometimes that slow grind is the best grind because all fast money ain't good money.
Yeah, ain't that the
Um,
truth?
it really comes down to what your plan is for the 100K, what that business plan is. Because if it's really as risky as that, it's like, I probably take the short shit like a laundromat or something like that. Something I know
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna make me some money. It's gonna take a little while, but it'll get you there, and it's gonna be constant income coming in.
True. With very little effort put into a laundromat, by the way. If anybody's thinking about a laundromat, you just got to hire somebody to keep it clean. That's it. Anyway, keep going.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the 10K just because you swayed me a little bit on the generational wealth portion of it. Yeah, that could be it. You know what I mean? I could set up everybody, not just myself, not just my kids. I could set up everybody with some type of fundage and financial stability later on in life and whatnot. So yeah, versus 100K, that's like a drug day summer. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
could, could blow all of that or get busted doing something. You know what I mean? So I'd rather not take the risk. Now all them dudes, man. Y'all just some suckers, man. I take that 100K, flip it, blah blah. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like
because it's not like you pocketing the 100K. Like it's going into
exactly.
the business, and once the business fails, you fail. Like there's no money made off of that. But at
I feel like
10K, it's
people who
like
think
there's a
like that,
chance. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think people who think like that have the standing too close to the elephant syndrome. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
close up on the elephant, all you're gonna see is the gray block. You won't even see the elephant. You
Oh
step
yeah.
back and look at the big picture, you can see there's a whole fucking elephant. You know what I mean? There's more to it than just what you can see. And that's why I think people think like that, the fast money 100K way. You know what I mean? I, I understand it, but I wouldn't do it.
It's enticing, but yeah, it ain't always good, man.
This is
All
true.
right. Looks like we going with the 10K. All right.
My
Next
man.
up, talking breakfast foods. What you rolling with? Sausage patties or sausage links?
Tell you, man. Wake up, smell some good cooking, smell a little bacon, a little hash browns, and sausages. I don't really fuck with eggs like that. With some toast, I better
Yeah.
see some sausage patties on this one. Yeah, links is cool, but fuck with the patties on this one. Because, they go better with a hash brown sandwich. Can't do that with the links. You know what I mean?
Well, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to leave the swine alone, my brother. But back in my
He ain't
heathen
here right now.
days, I had some damn bacon this morning. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. You know what? I'm probably go with the sausage links. They just hit different, man. Because then you got the applewood cut ones, and you got
You can get that in
sometimes the
patties.
ones, huh?
You can get that in patties. Applewood cut ones.
Yeah. It don't taste the same. It's like you ever had the Minute Maid fruit punch, right? Out of
Mm.
the cardboard and then the jug. It tastes different. It just tastes different.
You're onto something with that right there. You're onto something with that. But
Exactly.
the sausage thing, you're totally wrong. But with the
Nah,
Minute Maid juice, you're onto something. Nah, man. Sausage patties 100% of the day, man. Those shits are fire, man. And look, you got your toast, and you gonna make a hot thing or a hot dog type of, what you doing?
I'm
You
not
gotta put that in
against that.
sandwich mode.
Okay, I wasn't raised in the hood. We don't use toast as buns. This
Well,
Negro.
Brown is between Normandy and Weston. Shit, you gonna learn today, goddammit.
Shit, this nigga
Nah.
said fuck eggs. Boy,
Oh
you
yeah.
a weird ass
I don't
nigga.
fuck
You
with
a
eggs like
weird
that.
nigga. I ain't gonna lie. You don't like seafood, you don't like eggs. Motherfucker, you a fan? You a narc in this bitch?
Hey, what we not gonna do? Understand?
He's slipping out here, y'all. This nigga wearing a wire, boy.
Hey, hell no, no. Look, yeah, I don't like eggs. Yeah, I don't like seafood. Trying to get on camera. Yeah, there's like tons and tons of vegetables I hate. Tomatoes, mushrooms, onions.
Man,
Hate all
you
that shit.
bugging right now, bro. You are bugging. Oh, I just had a
Hey,
bomb ass omelet with all that this morning. You bugging.
nah,
This
mushrooms
motherfucker.
make me sick to my stomach, man. I'll throw up with mushrooms. It's
Uh,
fungus. You're eating
so you,
literally fungus.
all right, you want your chicken nuggets and
See,
with
this is
the
why I don't
red
tell
meat.
motherfucking shit. Literally, that's the response I get every fucking time. 100% of the time, motherfuckers. You want chicken nuggets, nigga? Chicken nuggies, man.
Niggas out here eating
Damn.
ass. Niggas out here eating ass, but they don't want to eat tomatoes and onions. Boy, that's crazy.
It ain't me. It ain't me.
Shit.
I ain't eating no ass. I ain't eating no ass.
That's why I don't be sharing no cups. These niggas.
No, we ain't sharing no cups because you know what I mean. Everybody want to leave here with the lips they came with. Shit.
All right, next.
Next, nigga, I'm tired of this persecution.
As a comedian, what's worse, bombing or getting roasted?
I'm gonna go ahead and say getting roasted, mostly because bombing, sometimes expected as a comedian. You expect at one point in time during one of your sets, people just ain't feeling it, or you just got a dry ass audience or something like that, right? But to go to your own show and get fucking roasted, I ain't cool with that, bro. Especially if you lose it. Oh hell no, we gotta, hey, bro. After you finish that drink, me and you gotta go have a conversation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, I ain't going for it.
Yeah, it's
I'm the
definitely
comedian,
getting
this
roasted.
motherfucker.
So I think at the end of the day, most comedians, they're like attention seekers. And so for a motherfucker to take the light off of you and then to not only be funnier than you, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost like turning the audience against you in a negative way. It's like, this motherfucker, like, you just stealing my thunder. Like, yeah, so that's
Right.
definitely worse. Like, especially if it's a tough crowd, you ain't working right that night, you
Right.
ain't getting the laughs you think you deserve, and then this motherfucker in the crowd is chirping, and motherfuckers is keying at him, and it's like, this motherfucker, you ain't got shit to say, so you gotta that stank ass look on your face, like just like you dumb, like
First of all,
it can be brutal.
why the fuck security ain't dealing with this? Like, yo, y'all don't want to go get this motherfucker? like, why are y'all allowing this to continue? Come on now, have my back. This is trash. Why am I here at
Hey,
this
you're a
meeting?
comedian, right? Why don't you handle it?
God damn, I ain't never coming back here. Fuck this place. Fuck you and your 4 drink minimum, nigga. Like, goddamn. Damn, get this nigga up out the show, man. Interrupted and shit.
Oh
I
yeah.
got jokes to tell. He go my ass. Like, damn. I'll be a Karen then. I'll be a Karen. Stop roasting me.
Doing some Kramer shit.
No, I don't know if I can go that far. Hey, Kramer was, hey, god damn. Kramer was on they was on Kramer's ass. Boy, he said, I don't know what else to
Yeah.
do. Oh shit.
Like knocking
They
a
was
nigga
on
out,
Kramer
man.
ass.
Like, I get it. I get
it. Kramer, you motherfucker. Oh my god, now that shit was funny. Even to that shit was still a classic, man. That shit is still a classic. Oh, he didn't know what to do. He was like, he panicked like a motherfucker.
Ain't worked yet. Ain't worked since, boy. First nigga to get canceled.
That for real. For real. Had to go into retirement over that bullshit. He can't get a job fucking selling vitamins.
Hell nah.
Shit. All right. I think we both going with roasted, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. What's the worst feeling? Losing your phone or losing your wallet?
Done both. Hate them both. These days, my phone doubles as my wallet sometimes. So,
oh yeah,
I use the tap and go sometimes. So my wallet, man, I hate when I lose that. I be having some shit in here. I think still losing my phone is worse. A lot of contacts, pictures, shit like that. Like I said, it doubles as my wallet, so potential money loss, especially if I decide to forego bringing my wallet. There's sometimes I have a key in there that'll fall out and that'll get all my. So I think I'm gonna go with my phone.
It's funny because I lost my wallet. Probably like was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. No. It was actually Friday. I lost my wallet because I usually when I get in my car, I put it in the little door thing because I gotta get my ID out and show it. When I go into work. I don't know what happened, but I dropped that bitch on the street. So I got to work and I didn't have my wallet. I was like, what the fuck? So I raced back home, and luckily it was early in the morning, and like motherfuckers wasn't like walking in that area, but it was right there, plain as day in the street. As I'm looking at it, like, okay, got all the IDs, got all the cars back.
Lucky.
Yeah, I think the wall losing the wall is just worse, man, because like you got to replace your driver's license. You got to call all your credit card companies and let them know, like, hey, cancel that shit. I just lost my shit. You got to do so much just to turn everything off and then to replace it. For a phone, like, yeah, I got stuff in there, but like, I don't. It wouldn't hurt as much. Like, and plus, like, a lot of shit is on the cloud now, so you get a new phone and download all your shit anyway because it's already saved up there. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be my wallet for me still.
I feel you. That's some solid shit. I'm still gonna go with my phone, but that's some solid shit. Yeah, definitely got to replace every damn thing.
Yeah, that's
Like I
just
said, done them both, hate them both.
yeah, that's all I was thinking about. I was like, man, I gotta fucking call this company. I got like two different banks and I got like all this other shit. It's just like, man, this is just so fucking annoying. But yeah,
Yeah,
it looks like we split
some
on that, my
bullshit.
brother.
I just got a little upset because I'm just remembering the last time I lost some shit. I probably shouldn't ask that question.
All right. Say some shit goes down, right? You have to move out of your place. Would you rather move in with your parents or move in with an ex?
Mama, she done put her hands on me again, and you told me. I'm going back to my mama house, man. Fuck all that. I ain't going back to no ex-girlfriend. That's more embarrassing than, you know what I mean, leaving in the first place. You know what I mean? You pretty much admitting, you know what I mean, you ain't had nowhere to go, baby. You remember how we used to, you know what I mean? You gotta dig up old shit that y'all had when it was good, but that shit ended bad. I don't know.
Well, question.
But
Ever since you moved out of your parents' house, have you ever lived with them like for a period like longer than 3 months?
oh no.
No, see, exactly. That's why you said that. It's different, my nigga. I'm gonna go with the ex, and here's why.
Tell me this fat ass reason.
see, because you thinking about, I can just move back home, parents, it's gonna be all good. That was before you was a man and you was out here fucking. I like you can't make the same moves as like you do living with your parents. Like you got to be more respectful. You got to do certain shit, and you better be ready for church on Sunday because we going to church and you living in this house. Like it's all them little weird ass rules and shit. It's like calm down. I'm gonna go with the ex because if she's willing to let me live with her, it didn't end too badly. And plus, we gonna be smashing. So I mean, it is what it is.
There it is. There it is.
We on some kind of good terms. We ain't together, but I mean, it's gonna hold us both over. I'm gonna bring my PS4, because I ain't got that 5 yet. But I'm gonna bring the 4.
I gotta play PS4 because I ain't got PS5. Hey.
Hey, we keeping it real here. And, I'm gonna just say, thank you. And I'm gonna put a little something on the groceries, kick her a little money, for the rent, maybe. But yeah, we just going maybe. Maybe. We're gonna see we're gonna see them old tricks work again. Because if they don't, they're like, all right.
You pretty much just said I'm down on my luck. I need to move back in, and all I'm kicking in is dick and jokes.
Yeah.
God, you a savage, boy. You a savage. I admire it. I'm so damn proud of you. But you a savage, boy.
Because you could kind of stretch that a little long. Like she gonna understand a little bit. As long as you ain't being disrespectful, she gonna understand. Your parents,
so you up in there,
like, literally
eating up all the kids' snacks.
The day after you move in, it's like when you moving out. you only staying so long and you're paying rent. Like, look,
My mama said, as long as it's a roof over her head, it's a roof over my head. So I ain't gotta worry.
Bullshit. It's something about a motherfucker becoming grown that women just change up on you. They
Hey,
change it up.
well, shit. I call her Miss Janice right now. Hey, hey, hey. It's time to make that move. Shit. Moving
I'm
on.
just
Over here,
yeah.
over here slinging dick and jokes, and that's all you bring.
I mean, you can front in front of the people, but we know where you're really going, boy. We know really.
Going to my mom. I'm
I
on my
know where the
Cedric.
bodies is hidden, my nigga. I know you ain't going home. I know where they are.
I'm on my Cedric Jackie Robinson. Call my mom.
Yeah, you can say that bullshit and try to, get brownie points with these viewers, but nigga, we know what's good. You ain't fooling nobody.
And I'm the Fed nigga.
I'm telling you. Boy, you acting real
And
different this episode. When they got you on
and I'm
payroll, you acting real different. Who you
and
snitch on? You got a deal?
and
Oh, man.
hey y'all, and I'm the Fed nigga. This nigga over here telling
You acting real different. I know, but
FBI
you acting real different. I don't know this guy right here.
Nah, Agent Bryce is clocked in, huh? That nigga on the clock. Boy, Jesus Christ.
Boy, he telling y'all, I'm telling you.
Next week, y'all prepare for the Greenbox Convos. My background gonna be a little different. So maybe it's some County Orange. This motherfucker, because this nigga ain't got me locked up, man. Snitching ass.
Sound like you speaking like a nigga with immunity right now. Shit, what you fixing for? Got that paperwork on them, y'all.
Yeah, I got my paperwork. Shit. Yeah. I'm dead. Dumb.
What's better, the first day of school or the last day of school?
For me, I always hated school. Didn't like it. As far as the educational part of it, hanging out with people that was cool. And don't get me twisted, I always had good grades and all that good shit. I'm not a dummy. I just hated school. So for me, the last day of school just meant never having to go back to that motherfucker for a while. So that's where my choice all day aired. You know what I mean? All day aired. Fuck school, but stay in school, please.
I don't know who really liked the first day. Like that was motherfucker like
who they mama fucked the mailman and got some money, and then they had a really fresh outfit. That's it.
You in the new school, new class. It's just yeah, that last day, man. That last day.
Everybody get to say bye. You know what I mean? You dapping people up. You over there, girls let you know what I mean, do what they do. Because I ain't going into that part right there. Because, we too gangster right here. We PG-13 on the Greenbox. But, you know what I mean? But it was cool on the last. Every day, I never went to school on the first day of school in my entire school career. I always was a day late. I put that on from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. In 12th grade, I was 3 days late. But y'all didn't see me for 3 days on the school beginning of school. I don't know what it was, but something would happen where I would miss the first day of school every year. It's all good with me though.
Oh, I was in that motherfucker. It wasn't fun. Shit wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with the last day because
Absolutely.
All day, every day. Yeah.
And like I said, the people who enjoyed the first day of school, what the fuck was y'all really looking forward to other than look, y'all, I got a new outfit that ain't, you know what I mean? Okay, nigga, it's clothes. So move on. Like that's all I can really think of. I got a fresh haircut. Nigga, you supposed to. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Hey. So yeah, we rolling with last day, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's knock out this top five then. Shit.
Hey, damn, we kind of moved through this one, didn't it?
Yeah. Give me your top five female actors.
My top five female actresses
your favorite ones. Like it ain't got to be like the best list, but
acclaimed and all. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
for sure. So because she plays so many iconic roles, and she just happens to be one of my favorite people, Angela Bassett, man. ever since I saw her in as playing Catherine in the Jacksons, I always fuck with her. That's when I really got my like recognized who she was from, you know what I mean? So Angela Bassett for sure. Then Halle Berry. Because come on, man, it's Halle fucking Berry. God damn, what else do you have to say, right?
Catwoman is trash, but okay.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, um, um, this one a lot of people ain't gonna fuck with you, but I don't care. Sandra Bullock, I love her, right? She's
I love
hilarious. She
Sandra.
does like, exactly like she's hilarious. She does serious roles. She does dramatic roles. You know, she does comedy roles. Very, very underrated, if you ask me. I mean, loved her in Bird Box. It was great.
You
You
gotta
know what I
be a
mean?
better motherfucker to hate her. Even though
Right?
I was joking on Blindside, like this bitch didn't go to the projects in real life. Like that's gotta be some Hollywood shit. She didn't go to the projects and went to my nigga and said, "You gotta leave my boy alone." Like,
Hell
I
no, she
swear,
didn't do that.
I will smoke
Hell
you
no.
in front of all these motherfuckers.
I mean, um, my next one is a voice actress, Cree Summer. Man,
Yeah,
I love her. I love everything she does. Like she's the voice of a lot of y'all's favorite cartoon characters from Rugrats all the way to fucking Danny Phantom to whatever she's up to now. You know what I mean? She
yeah,
voiced a shit ton of characters. Like y'all gotta go look up her IMDb and look at all her credits. It's numerous, dozens of
yes.
characters. So
Because
very
I was
underrated.
that's like
Go
a
ahead.
job that's like kind of had like gatekeepers. So she was like
Uh
one
huh.
of the original motherfuckers to be really like voice acting like that, like for real, for
Yeah.
real. So I mean,
Yeah, she was
yeah,
in the
that's
trenches,
major.
man.
Yeah, that's major. And plus, we can't forget she was on a different world. So it's like,
Yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
she's done a lot of good shit.
Absolutely. And you know her voice. Once y'all see who she
Oh
is
yeah,
and all the voices that come there, y'all be like, oh, but
yeah.
trust
She
me,
did
she's
Susie on Rugrats, right? Susie,
Susie Carmichael.
the
Yep,
white girl.
Susie
Yeah.
Carmichael's voice. Yes, sir. Uh, and then because I kind of need this to come to rest, Daphne Maxwell Reed, aka the light skinned Aunt Viv.
Oh,
She in my top five, man. Look, man. Look.
I know the history. I know. Yeah.
Okay, you know the history, but do they know the history? Because they
Yeah.
always shitting on her, man. Her
Well,
and
no,
her
they shit on
husband
the
Tim
character.
Reed.
But go ahead.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, her and her husband Tim Reed. You know what I mean? Started a company for black actors and actresses, so they and a television station for black actors and actresses, so they can
Like they
have
had
somewhere.
they're the first ones with a studio.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did that. Like, can y'all put some respect and credit on their name? Yeah, she came in as the light skinned Aunt Viv, whatever, and the character kind of declined. Just depends on what you know what I mean. But
That was
she,
right.
she
And that didn't have nothing to do with her though. Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean, hey, she put the door there and opened that motherfucker so the dark skinned Aunt Viv can walk through it.
Yeah,
Y'all think it's fucked up.
before Tyler Perry, before I think Robert Townsend, yeah. They were the
Yeah,
first like
Tim and
black owners
Daphne.
of a movie studio, production
Mm-hmm.
studio. Yeah, I mean that's major.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something you don't really hear a lot about, but you should.
Exactly, especially in that time. This was the
Oh yeah.
70s and 80s
Yeah,
where there
late
was
70s,
no
early
such
80s.
thing. Yeah. So shout out to them, man. My top five is just women I love, man, in every movie they do. What you got
All
for
right.
me?
All right, mine's all over the place, but yeah, my top one was also like it's not in order, but
Got
Angela
you.
Bassett's the number one because
Oh, for
just
real?
the range. Yeah, just the range, man.
Oh
Like
shit! I did not
if
expect that.
and she don't
That's
get enough
dope.
credit. Like she don't
You
get
don't.
enough credit. But yeah, she's done everything. And honestly, I think she deserves more roles like that, but it seems like she's kinda had to, co-star on shit. Like but
Mm-hmm.
like probably one of the best actresses in the last like 40 years. Easy.
Seriously,
Um
I mean, she did her Tina Turner thing. Like I
yeah.
said, the waiting
What's
to
love got to do
exhale
with it? Yeah,
was
wait to
love.
exhale.
You know what I mean? She everywhere. Just give her respect, man. Give her her
Yeah,
flowers while she is. She's still looking good. If y'all go
yeah.
ahead and pull that up, still looking good, like a young tenderoni.
Next up, Natalie Wood. She did West Side Story, Rebel Without a Cause, so many other movies in like the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Just a wonderful actress, man. One of those golden era actresses types.
I got you.
Uh, Kathy Bates. Kathy
Whoa,
Bates has a lot of fucking range, man. She does a little bit
bro,
of everything.
this is
She could
true.
do Misery. She could do The Water Boy. You know what I mean? Like she's doing drama, comedy. She was in a Tyler Perry movie. Like she's just all around, man.
Football
Um,
is the devil.
yeah. So it's like, yeah, she need to get more love too, because like she's been killing it.
That's
Like,
true.
and these are the women that yeah, well, women it's kind of hard because like they're quick to like put somebody as the girlfriend, the wife, or you
True.
know, and it's like mostly a meaningless role. It's just like, oh yeah, that's the hero's wife. Whereas like there's actresses like her that are like they get these roles and they're like spinning gold out of hay, like so it's like,
Hmm.
man, yeah,
I
she
loved
needs more
her in
love.
Misery, man. When you think
Oh
about it, she
yeah,
did a damn good job in Misery. I was
oh
freaked out
yeah,
about the snow for a little while. Like, I don't want to go.
definitely.
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick, I love her. I don't
Oh,
know, like her movies are just entertaining. Like she does like a lot of indie movies and shit too. So it's
true.
just like, she's like my Samuel L. Jackson, but like a little white girl. Like she's the female version of my Samuel L. Jackson, where he's like, oh, she in it. Let me see what it's like. All right, cool.
Stairs and motherfucker.
And lastly, I'm at wouldn't be a list if I didn't put Jada Stevens. She's an amazing actress. She's done a lot for the world. I mean, what can I say? She's among the best of her generation, legend, uh, very giving, and yeah, those are the five I'm rolling with.
Shame on you. Jada Stevens.
Like I said, she's a wonderful actress.
All
But
right.
yeah, good talk.
Terrible. uh, I'm gonna throw out some honorable mentions just because I
Go
feel
ahead.
like
The women need some love.
absolutely all day, every day, all day. First up, I got Viola Davis. Love
Oh,
her.
of course.
Hey
She's an
man,
obvious. Of course, she's an obvious. Like that's what I'm saying. Though, like she's an
she's
obvious.
auntie. She's auntie of aunties. Like when you got to go to the auntie meeting, she's leading them. You know what I mean? Whoopi Goldberg. Love Whoopi. She did a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
love
movies. Man.
her.
Love Whoopi. Alfred Woodard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She at
Alfred.
the auntie meeting too. You know what I mean? She there. And Holly Robertson Pete. Love her, man. She didn't
Yeah,
do a ton
people don't.
of movies. A lot of
Yeah,
TV stuff though.
they don't bring her up enough. Also, like Don Lewis, she's a
Oh
nice
yes.
one. I like Susan Sarandon. Um, you know,
She
you
can
have
play the
her.
cancer person too much, man. She got typecast as a dying cancer person. That's
See, y'all don't
too
know
much.
real. Y'all know it's like De Niro. Like you know the motherfucker that's playing bad grandpa and shit. You don't know the real motherfucker. Like y'all don't know.
Hey, I know De Niro, man. All right.
But you don't know Susie like that. So I mean,
I don't know Susie like that. I just know she's in way too many. I got cancer and I'm not gonna make it. Ain't no mountain high enough. Every movie she in, that song is playing, man.
hey, my man. Hey, that's life. You know what I mean? It happens. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, man. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
you got any more honorable mentions?
I can't think off the top. There's just so many, man. Like
Yeah, I
some of
had
my
to move.
favorite shows and shit. Like I was watching Dead to Me on Netflix. It has Christina Applegate,
Oh man,
Linda
I miss her.
Calipari, I think her name is.
I
Yeah,
miss Kelly Bundy.
it's like a lot of women are running shit low key. Like as far as like
High key, nigga.
yeah, TV shows, movies that they're getting there. Like because I mean movies, I think they're still kind of male dominated a little bit. But like music, like rapping wise, like women are running shit, bro. Like so
They
it's
coming up
a lot
hard.
going
They
on.
coming up heavy. I just wish they
Yeah.
actually have bars. Never mind. That's another subject. Anyways, I'm surprised you ain't mentioned your girl.
Who?
Dun, 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 dun.
Fuck
Marissa
her.
Hargitay?
Fuck Olivia, nigga. Was she in the movie? Let me know when she played another role. Maybe I'll look into it. Fuck Olivia. Shit.
What did she do to you, man? She did nothing except uphold the law in New York.
She's a horrible cop. Nigga, like the proof is in the pudding.
Hey, man, you gonna put some respect on Liv's name. Officer Benson has done nothing to you.
And they always act like she's so important they want to kidnap this bitch. Or oh, she's
the chief of police, man.
she got to volunteer to go into the hostage situation. Like, you dumb bitch. Like, this is a negotiator. Like, calm down. Don't you have something to worry about, but you always put yourself in danger. You're a bad mother. You're a bad mother. And a bad cop. But
oh man, and a bad sister apparently. Simon OD'd before they.
oh yeah. Hella bad. Yeah. Bad sister. Shit. Made her partner quit 10 years and not ghost her for 10 years. And then
he came back, didn't he?
Yeah, he came back.
You know what I mean? It's all good, man. Everything comes full circle, baby.
Yeah, I guess.
And Ice-T still ain't got a raise.
Hold on, my nigga, see, keeping that job. He ain't,
yeah, I guess he got to keep the job, but he ain't got a raise, man. He's still Detective Tutuola. Like, get him
nah,
out.
he like sergeant now.
Is he?
Yeah.
About time. How long you take to get that? Jesus Christ.
He's a right hand now.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah.
He need to go deal with his demons too, man. And in the show. All right, man. What was that? 22? The 22?
22, Emmett Smith.
Hey, we out here, y'all. It's the Greenbox Convos. Thank y'all for rocking with us yet for another episode. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your mama, your daddy, your sisters, your grandpas, your grandmas, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, everybody. Let them know we out here and we do this for y'all, man. Mr. Marlon, take us home.
Free space bitches before 9.
On some Captain Kirk shit, man. And with that, we good.
Peace.